Hello, 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 Leo Virgo. Welcome to your reading. So today we are going to take a look at your past life or a past life, the one that is most relevant for you at this moment. And we are going to take a look at how it is affecting you at this moment, okay? So this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone. You may want to check out your individual signs or individual elements in this case. And if it does, don't forget to smash like button and to subscribe if you haven't already. There is going to be a link down below for a private reading in case you're interested, as well as for a 5-year journal that I just launched. And yeah, so let's see here. Let's pull just a few more traits to get this thing started. Anything else for my Leo Virgos? All right, apparently not. So we do have here insecure. Honestly, I kind of am getting this thing of you could have been like a lady. I don't know, something around those lines. Like it could have been like, oh yeah, look at that, Victorian era, 1837 to 1901. And we also have here North America. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So I do feel like you could have been like a lady, because this bookworm is giving me this big ass vibe of like big libraries, and you were just so fascinated about, honestly, I feel like you were kind of I feel like you were very curious about themes that were not very common for you, for you know who you were at the time. So I really feel like you could have been women in this particular past life, and I feel like you were really curious about things that were not normal for a lady at that time. We also have outgoing, countryside, and honesty and loyalty. Honestly, I kind of am getting a bit of Virgo energy here, and you could have been a Virgo perhaps in a past life, but I am getting a little bit of that. With like, I feel like you had such a beautiful connection with nature. And honestly, I feel like you were the purest. I feel like you were the sweetest person that people knew, I feel like I feel like you had a lot of suitors, that is for sure. And a lot of people wanted to kind of get married to you and wanted to woo you. And I don't know, I feel like you were always filled with regrets to go on walks. And I actually feel like you were, it's not that you didn't want that, but I feel like you were like a hopeless romantic. I also feel like you probably read a lot of romances, and you're like, you wanted that one true love, and I'm not gonna get married if it is not one true love. I feel like sometimes people, I feel like especially like other ladies, they could have been a little bit jealous, to be honest, because you were so kind and you were so sure of yourself, and I also feel like with this like honesty and loyalty, that is also giving me some Taurus energy, so you could also be a Taurus, but I kind of feel like you, with this honesty and loyalty, I feel like family was very important for you. And there we go, without confirmation, you were clearly a lady in a previous life. But oh yeah, look at that, 2 of Cups and who you were. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Oh, and I smell a little bit of forbidden love here. Ooh, we have some drama going on. But yeah, so let's get started here. Who you were. We have the 2 of Cups. So I do feel like you were like a hopeless romantic, I have to tell you. And more than that, I feel like you were also, it's like you were a hopeless romantic, but you also were really connected with yourself. I feel like you really loved to spend time on your own. And you, I don't know, I feel like it's almost like you were insecure, but it was because of other people's visions of you. But because when you were alone, it's like if you could spend a whole month on your own, no one talking to you, just you and you would feel actually like pretty satisfied with who you were. I feel like you were actually pretty beautiful, but the way you were seeing yourself was like, am I? I feel like sometimes there could have been a little bit of comparison with other people, especially with that 3 Cups there in your struggles. And that, these struggles are showing up because it's a struggle that you may still have. So it may be still something that you face this lifetime. You may be a little bit insecure about your body, about how you look, or just about like skills, about who you are, about what you have to give to the world. I feel like there could be a little bit of comparison with other people. And we're going to get into friendships in a little bit, but I do feel like maybe friendships weren't that easy for you in this past life, and that could also be something that still haunts you a little bit in this lifetime, you know. But let's get here a little more information. Ooh, my goodness. So we have impasse. Oh yeah, I love this, because it's like you were so sweet, and you were insecure at times, but you were really sure. You have really strong beliefs. We also have this recovery, and this, I feel like this also plays out with that sort of forbidden love that I was talking about. I feel like you were really, I don't know, keen on someone that maybe you couldn't really have. I'm not sure why, but we're gonna take a look at it. But I do feel like it was someone you're really kind of crazy attracted to, and at the same time, I feel like you had a hard time like letting people in. I feel like even with being vulnerable, I feel like you were really good at listening, but when it came to actually like putting your feelings out there, maybe you had a little bit of a trouble with that. You could have actually come from a very like big family, so it's like maybe you didn't really have the space to express yourself, and so whenever you had to do that, you may have struggled a little bit with it, and you were a little bit like self-conscious. Oh no, I shouldn't be doing this. No one is ever going to want to hear me. But you were actually pretty good at like listening to other people and figuring out, okay, how can I solve your problem? What are you in need of? You know, I feel like you were also pretty empathetic, and you really understood people well. I feel like that was something that also people loved about you. But in the overall, I actually feel like you didn't deal with a lot of people. It's like, sure, when strangers would go to your home, you know, when you had a party or whatever people would do in the Victorian era, whenever you would see people, it's like you were the kindest and people loved you. But I feel like you would spend a lot of time with your family and by yourself. You know, I don't think that you had a lot of friends. I don't think you would go out that much. I feel like your biggest friends would actually be like animals and that kind of stuff. There could have actually been a lake that you really loved to visit, and it was your spot, you know. And I feel like it was really beautiful. I'm also hearing like a dog that was very significant with you, for you at this time. Or I feel like just like a specific animal. It was an animal that you really loved. So you could have like a big, strong connection with animals, and it could come from this actually. And that is actually one of your achievements here with this Seven of Pentacles, like how this dude is gardening with his energy. He's not watering it or anything like that. He's using his energy to grow stuff. I feel like you have a very strong connection with nature and with animals, and I feel like that is something that could help you feel more high vibe, and it could help you feel more aligned with who you're meant to be. So if you can garden, if you can, I don't know, if you have pets, spend a lot of time with pets, spend a lot of time in nature, walks, that kind of stuff. Anything you can do to connect with nature, that is awesome, okay? But we'll get into those. So getting here into your career, we have the Death card. Ooh. Very interesting, because if you were a lady, you probably didn't really have a career. But we also have here beginnings and beauty. This is the thing that I was talking about. Because you were a bookworm, I don't think that it was necessarily a career, but I feel like you were constantly evolving. You were constantly changing. And I feel like sometimes people kind of, I don't know, look down on you because you were so pretty and you were so generous and so simple and innocent that they thought that you didn't really have brains, you know, that they thought that, oh, you don't know a thing and it's not your place to know a thing. But I actually feel like you were sort of like a quiet revolutionary. You know, I feel like you were a revolutionary in your own life. And in your own brain, in your own learning. And honestly, I kind of feel like that was something that this person, whoever it was you were connecting with, that was something that they actually found very attractive in you. It was like, sure, you were beautiful, but there was more to you. And I feel like this was one of the people that one of the few people that could see that in you. I feel like the other ones would just like, oh yeah, you're pretty, marry me, you know? No one really wanted to get to know you. And I feel like that's why you also kept your distance. Your distance is because, bro, I'm worth more. Come on, I have brains. People can get to know me, you know? But I really feel like you loved learning, and that with the Seven of Pentacles, like, you can plant a lot of seeds, and I feel like you have, talking about career, I feel like you have a lot of potential in a lot of different areas. So it's like, don't stop yourself. Even if you have like a day-to-day job, a 9 to 5, maybe look into side hustles, or even if it's just hobbies. I feel like you have a lot of potential in a lot of different areas because you are smart, and you have this huge ability to learn a lot, and it's like you have a lot of natural gifts that it is good for you to use them, because I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of abundance, of love, of joy, of money, and it's like, I feel like that is something that would be really good for you to use there, okay? But yeah, your career was being beautiful, essentially, for other people, for you, and for this person. I feel like it was learning and education and, you know, just curiosity. I absolutely love that. So let's get into relationships here. Talking about love, we have that King of Wands, and it's like, there's even this thing of, man, I don't know, like the way this dude is looking is like he's ready to devour you, you know? And that's why I feel like he was so, maybe a little bit forbidden. I don't think that you were like something happened and that person had to marry you because, you know, scandal. But I do feel like it was very flirty, and I feel like that was a little bit dangerous. We do have here this strength of character and moral integrity, and I almost feel like it's so interesting because the quote that comes with this card is character. Let me focus this. Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experiences of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, vision cleared, ambition inspired, and success achieved. And so I would even say that this person, especially with alignment here, maybe the start wasn't very easy because maybe this person was someone that your family did not approve of. Maybe they were a little bit, I don't know, maybe they had a status a little below than what your family would want. You know, maybe they wanted you to marry a lord and they were just like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they were just like a farmer or something like that. I don't think it was that below, you know, when we're talking about status in that time and period, but I do feel like maybe it was because of their fame. I feel like your family was a little bit reluctant when it came to that. But I do feel like in the end, you actually ended up together, to be honest. You may have actually built a family here as well with that person. I do feel like in the start, it was a little bit rocky, was a little bit shaky. So, yeah. But it was pretty good. And honestly, I kind of feel like you may have had like a little bit of an attitude because you were so protective of yourself and you're like, I'm only going to marry through love, you know? I feel like you may have had a little bit of an attitude sometimes, and this person found that so sexy and they were like, give it to me. And I feel like that was actually like a little bit of a game you would play with one another. And in the beginning, it was like, I feel like you were trying to push this person away, even though you had feelings, and even though you were really interested in them. But then you just kind of, you just went for it, you know? A little bit of like, this is giving me so much like Julie Quinn kind of vibe. Maybe you were a Julie Quinn fan as well. This bookworm maybe still with you in this lifetime. But I definitely am getting that vibe. So let's see here for family. We have the Dahlia with dignity. Oh yeah, I really feel like you were in an honorable family, you know. And with this anticipation, I really feel, I'm getting a couple of things here with this anticipation. It was this thing of like your family really wanted you to like get married and everything, but also this anticipation is giving me a little bit of anxiety of like, where do I belong? It's not that you didn't love your family, because like below that card you have always joyful. I really feel like it was a beautiful family. I really feel like it was. But because it was so big, there could have been a lot of children. a lot of siblings, a lot of cousins and everything. And it's like you didn't really have a place for yourself. You didn't have a place, that thing that we were talking about, for you to speak up, for you to be there. And I feel like this anticipation was bringing a little bit of anxiety because of that. You could have felt that people did not really truly care about you. But in the end, they were really beautiful people, and I feel like you had a beautiful life, honestly. And I also feel like your family loved you to the fullest, and I do feel like they were kind of stubborn, especially when it came to love. I really feel like you and this person had like a little bit of a rocky start, but in the end, they saw that you loved that person, and I feel like they just went with it. It was like, okay, well, just go, just be happy. I feel like, honestly, it's so interesting because I don't even feel like it was your parents that were really reluctant about that person. It could have been like a brother. A brother could have been very protective over you, possibly like an older brother, or even if it wasn't. I do feel like it had like an older brother vibe, and they were really protective over you. And so maybe they even knew that person and they knew that person's fame, and they were really like, please do not get married, please do not get close, but I feel like in the end, it happened, So when it came to friendships here, let's see that moon. I do feel like, honestly, I feel like your friendships were family. Because again, I feel like because you were so beautiful, I feel like other people outside of your family were really jealous of you. And so there was always, it's like you could never really socialize with people your age. I feel like you were actually, you would talk so well, and you would get along so well with older people, with like, I don't know, if you would get a visit from, I don't know, like a couple that was a family's friend, they would love you, and you would spend so much time with them, and you would catch up, and you would talk about so many different things, and you were always curious about everything. You always knew what to say. But when it came to like, imagine that couple actually had a daughter that was, around the same age and wasn't as pretty as you in the society standards of that time. That daughter was like, look at Leo-Virgo over there, and you could not get along with that girl. And so I really feel like you had a really beautiful connection with your siblings and cousins, but more than that, it was really tough. Majesty and virtue, and I really feel like it was hard for you to really show who you were to other people, and getting here already into the struggles. I feel like sometimes, even with these, like choices, knowledge, and illumination, I feel like at the time it wasn't really a thing because I don't think you had the power of choice per se. But I feel like maybe in this lifetime, your friendships, it's not that they are bad friendships. Maybe in the past they were, and I feel like that is one of your struggles. It's actually meeting your soul tribe. Is actually meeting people that are that want to see you thrive, that want to support you, And I feel like it's also about you opening up and you creating this beautiful bond. Like these three girls, they're so connected with one another, and they're supporting each other, And I feel like you could have a little bit of a hard time finding that in others. It's like you start to trust someone, and then a few years later or a few months later, you start realizing that, oh, that person actually has some pretty different colors than what I saw them before. And it can get difficult for you to trust and for you to open up. And that is a struggle that it is up to you to kind of break free from. It's like, allow people to come and go in your life, and everything is temporary. Everything, even your life, we are all going to die eventually. So everything is temporary. And so if these people are coming in, allow them to be in and allow them to be there for how long as they wish. If they're good for you, if you feel like, okay, this person actually makes me feel good, so let's be there for a little bit. Let's be friends. If at any point they start feeling like they are manipulating you or they are not that good for you anymore, let them go. It's time to go. Their lesson is done, And it could actually be, not that they are bad people, but it could actually be like some of these girls that were jealous of you from this past life, they could incarnate here as like friends or possible friends, and they have some sort of karma to pay. And it is all part of the process, but I do feel like it is safe for you to dream of like a soul tribe. It is safe for you to dream of a squad. You know, it is safe for you to dream of building something lasting and beautiful, because that is going to happen, okay? And I really feel like you have beautiful soulmates in friendships, but also relationships, obviously. But especially, I feel like this is especially in friends. You have those beautiful people wanting to come in, and they're going to come in, okay? So don't lose your hope in meeting your tribe. And honestly, I don't know if you resonate as a starseed, but these 3 cups with these stars always gives me that vibe of starseed, and all the purplish. So if you resonate as a starseed, I really feel like these people are part of your star family, you know. 10 of Wands, yeah. I really feel like your friendships have been pretty tough, and it's time for you to leave that baggage. For some of you, this could actually be like about like third parties in relationships, even though I don't think you sort of did with that family member that wasn't really happy about you two getting together. There could be some sort of essence to a third party here. It's about like, it's time to release it. If you love that person, go for them, and don't let anyone kind of take you away from them, you know. Step into your power and stand up for yourself, stand up for your heart, stand up for your feelings, and follow what lights you up, okay, with this Page of Cups. And also, don't doubt your worth. That thing that we were talking about, comparison, that could also be something that you still struggle with, and it is a lesson that you're here to learn. You know, it is a struggle that you're here, in a cycle that you're here to break. So compare yourself to who you were yesterday and see all your power, see all your potential, okay? I feel like it could be good for you to do like a little bit of pride journaling. Write a couple of things that you're proud of yourself for, and also a couple of things that you absolutely love about yourself, and connect with those things, okay? Lean on those things, because those things are important, okay? So the things that you've learned and accomplished here, let's get just one more card here. We have the World, and I absolutely love seeing this Queen of Swords. It's like, it's about boundaries. It's about standing up for what you believe in and standing up for what you want in your life. Do not give up on that, okay? Do not stop that. I also feel like there is this thing of this world is giving me this energy of like a lot of options, and it's like, don't refuse any option, you know, career-wise, friendship-wise, relationship-wise. It's like, keep your heart open, keep your mind open to see what comes forward, and take your time to make the decisions. Don't rush into any decision. Don't rush into like pushing people away, pushing opportunities away. Take your time to kind of go through them, and also take your time to explore different things. Take your time to explore different areas in terms of career, you know, because again, you were so smart and you were so curious. That is still within you, and I feel like you still have a lot of potential in a lot of different areas. So don't play small, you know. If you want to be a mechanic one day and the other day you want to be you want to open up a bakery, do it. You know, do it, because I really feel like that is going to bring you a lot of success and abundance. All right, so let's pull here some advice for you to finish this up. Take time to breathe out. I feel like it's also important that you rest, you know, because you were that thing of like being connected with nature. You had a lot of time for yourself. You had a lot of time to just think and reflect and dream away, you know, and I feel like that is still important that you connect with a little bit, okay, because I feel like that is going to help you to, my God, the cards are going crazy. Oh my God, I feel like that is going to help you to really connect with yourself and to connect with your fullest potential, okay? All right, Jesus, my God. So we also have nothing is yet set in stone. Step out of your comfort zone. Yeah. We also have luck is on your side. Beautiful. and a personal issue reaches resolution. So if you've been going through some sort of struggle, be it in friendships, love, career, whatever it is, lifestyle, that is coming to an end, okay? And also, this thing of like nothing is yet set in stone is giving me this vibe of like your potential is limitless. Your opportunities are endless. You can be and do so much. Don't stop yourself. Don't play small, okay? So step out of your comfort zone and know that whatever step you take, it is going to be supported and helped, okay, by your ancestors, by this past life energy specifically, and by your guides, by the universe, okay, and by your higher self, because I feel like there's something here that it is supposed to grow. I feel like there are a lot of things here that are supposed to go, and it's up to you to step out of your comfort zone and go get them, go achieve them, okay? So, Leo Virgo, this is what I have for you. This is so interesting. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. If it did, don't forget to smash the like button and to subscribe if you haven't already. If you're interested in private reading, the link is going to be down below, as well as my 5-year journal in case you're interested. That is going to be the first link in the description box. And yeah, so I love you very much. I wish you the freaking best, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.